my name's Kylie, and I'm going to be bringing you this week's Friday 5. I wanted to start off with this story, and as I'm telling this story, I want you to try to think of the 3 ways it relates back to the Eucharist. So there's this little girl named Anna, and when she was born with a kidney dysfunction, so she would eventually need a kidney transplant. And her older brother Andrew made the decision that when she needed this transplant, that he wanted to donate his kidney to her. So when Anna got into high school, her kidney began to fail more and more, and the doctor said, you need a kidney transplant or you're not going to be able to live much longer. So Andrew approached his parents and said, I want to donate my kidney to Anna. So they went to see if he was a match, and he was. And the doctor sat down with Andrew and said, Andrew, listen, if you go through with this surgery, then you have to stop running, which was really hard because Andrew loved running marathons. He was constantly training. He was constantly running many miles a day. But Andrew said, you know what, that's okay. I love Anna so much that I'm willing to sacrifice if this means that she can keep living. So they went through with the surgery, and a couple years later, Anna was feeling really guilty, and she went to Andrew and said, you did so much for me. You sacrificed so much. How can I ever repay you? And Andrew said, it's okay. You can't repay me. I don't want you to repay me. That's not why I did it. I gave you my kidney because I love you so much, and I was willing to do whatever it took to make sure that you could keep living the life you deserved. So you might be able to think of the first reason, which might be a little obvious, is that Andrew gave part of his body so out of love for Anna, so she may keep living the same way that God gave his entire body for us, so that we may keep living as well eternal life with him in heaven. The second reason is that Andrew had to sacrifice a great amount by giving up his love for running so that Anna may continue living. But that amounts to nothing compared to the sacrifice that Jesus made for us by dying on the cross. Andrew's sacrifice was big, but when Anna dies, his sacrifice dies with him, whereas the sacrifice Jesus paid for us is endless, because once again, our goal is to get to heaven, so that sacrifice lives with us forever into eternity. The third reason is that Anna could never repay Andrew for what Andrew did for her, the same way that we can never repay Jesus. But that's okay. Like Andrew said, he didn't do it so Anna could repay him. He did it out of love for her, the same reason that Jesus died for us. He did it 100 and totally, completely out of love for us. Although we can never repay God for the sacrifice he made for us, we can be thankful for him and show him how much we appreciate and love him in the sacrifice that he paid by going to church and being reverent and truly desiring the Eucharist. We are so lucky to be able to receive the Eucharist, because God literally said, he who eats my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me and I in him. We get to live an eternal life with him by receiving the Eucharist. We are so lucky to have this opportunity, and I challenge you all to not take this for granted, because there are millions out there who would love to be able to go to church the same way we do, but do not have this chance, and do not have the chance to receive Jesus' body, blood, soul, and divinity in the Eucharist. And just like we need food to nourish our bodies, we need the Eucharist to nourish our souls and our spiritual life. Jesus literally says, if you do not eat of my flesh and drink my blood, you shall not have eternal life. That in itself should be enough of reason why you should want to desire the Eucharist all the time and do whatever it takes to be able to receive it. So I just want to challenge you to always have a childlike faith and desire for the Eucharist. And whatever you do, do it out of love for others, the same way that God sacrificed love for us, in the same way that Andrew sacrificed so much out of love for his sister.